all the time I spent as a convict worth it when I met Pip?
Yeah, was
That's exactly what he
the
said.
relationship with Pip worth it a bajillion years? So worth it.
Now, let me put it this way. There's no easy answer to that question because the reason why I developed such a close relationship with Pip is because of my time in prison and because of the situation I was in at that time in my life. So therefore, without my prison time, I would not have developed such a close relationship with Pip because
Sort of the point
he
of the
wouldn't
question.
have helped me. So the answer is no.
Oh, there it is. That's not sure how the whole explanation related to the
In
answer. but-
conclusion,
Okay.
Aliens
Basically,
do
just
it.
re-ask the question
All right,
along the
Sergio.
way.
So, when you moved up to go get you some stuff and lived way back in the beginning, you didn't know if you did that out of fear of people to go after you or because you felt being pretty loyal, so why did you decide to repay him if you don't know what his motives were?
So I mean, like the other Meg, which had stated earlier, I was in a pretty desperate time of my life right then, and it was just I stumbled upon Pip. It was an accidental meeting, and just regardless of his motives to do it, I mean, I was really desperate. I could have very well been caught. He could have turned me in. Any one of these possibilities, and instead, despite his motives, he still he came back. He brought me the food and the file. And regardless of his motives, I mean, it's just kind of the action that speaks for itself. So I think regardless of his motives, I don't regret paying him back because of how much I needed it at that time. Drew?
If you had escaped and gotten free on your own without the help of Pip, then would you still have found someone to make into a gentleman, or would you have kept the money that you would have made by yourself?
I mean, of course, there are thousands of different possibilities. I mean, it's a possibility that I would have found someone else if they had helped me in some other way. But obviously, just the pretty coincidental way in which I met Pip, I think, is what kind of started the closer relationship with him, and the reason why I wouldn't necessarily have that happen with someone else, because of the fact that that was kind of the most desperate point at that time, and I had no one else to look for, and just luckily Pip came through for me, and I don't know at any other specific time, especially later in my life, that would have been the case. So I don't think there's anyone who could really take Pip's place in that way, and that I'd be a benefactor for. Nick?
Can I ask someone else a question? Yeah, they can switch. Yeah, you all can switch in and out as much as you want. You don't have to wait for me to do it.
Okay, Cassidy. I mean Magwood, excuse me. So why did you choose Pip? Because I'm going to assume that other people come to graveyards.
I mean, sure, but
No.
Pip helped me when I was in need and when I
Yeah, but
was...
why'd you my question is, why did you go up and threaten Pip? And dangle him over what? Yeah, but you can't guarantee that.
There's no one...
Nick, can we have a more valid question, please?
The question is, Nick, do you have evidence that someone else was there?
What?
Do you have evidence that someone else was there?
Innocent until proven guilty. That's my question.
Burn
If
the
there was
witch.
someone else there,
Nick's a witch.
But there
There
wasn't.
is no what if.
that's what I'm trying to ask, but everyone keeps interrupting me.
No one else was there.
But
I just found...
this is a hypothetical situation.
All right.
Okay, finish this question and then...
Okay.
It's visit
I
your
don't-
dead aunt's day.
I don't understand
Just say
what
no.
you're asking.
Never mind.
Let's have another question. All of you should have questions. I'm hearing from really a couple people who seem to be prepared with questions. I need to hear from all of you. Thank you,
I don't know,
Michelle.
I think I'm just gonna start, I think what Nick was trying to say, if you saw someone before Pip, would you have scared him or her the same way, or did you see something special?
Yeah, thank you, Sean.
Well, I mean, it wasn't really about who it was about the fact that there was a person. And I was kind of in a state where I just needed whatever I could get from whoever, so he was the first person I found, sort of.
When you met Pip, did you think that he'd grown up to your expectations of what he would be as a gentleman?
Well, I mean, sort of. I didn't know him really well when he first brought me the file and the pie, so I didn't really have expectations for him so much as I wanted to repay him for everything he'd done for me. Yes, Nick.
Okay, so, hold on, let me look. So if you were, what were your thoughts while Pip was going to get the file? I know the other Magwitch stated that he was, thinking that there would be nothing, he would not bring the file. That was his thoughts. What were your actions? Did you go look for someone else? Did you sit
It's all a
there and
hypothetical.
wait?
Ask a question that she can actually answer with it.
I just did.
No, that's a hypothetical. That's a hypothetical question.
No, that's not a hypothetical.
No, here's the thing.
What
If
did
you-
you
Did you
do?
eat for breakfast on the morning?
If you want to critique the question, then ask the question. That's what helps the people in the hot seat.
So I think, I mean, I didn't really have anywhere to go because going out in public would have been a pretty dumb idea. So I just waited for him to come back. And I mean, I assumed that he wouldn't come back because, I mean, would you have gone back? But he did, so.
Okay, I'm gonna thank the people with their hands up, but we are going to conclude this group.
I tried to.